Audience Insights tool. That's Facebook's tool to help you learn how to find your perfect target audience. You want to find out how? Stay tuned with me to the very end and you will know just now how to do it. Stay tuned. What's up? I'm Zach Vines and we are going to dive deep into Audience Insights and show you just how you can find that perfect audience. Now I'm going to be showing you a couple of different things, a couple of different strategies, and a couple of different tactics. So really you want to stick with me to the very end so you can see all the different various ways that you can kind of hit Audience Insights, and utilize the tool that is in front of you so that you can find that perfect audience and lower your lead costs, lower your purchase costs, and ultimately make more sales. Alright, so we are in. So Audience Insights is the perfect tool that Facebook allows you to have that lets you target interests, demographics, behaviors, and all of the other things to actually target your audience. Then you can go deeper to really start attacking your niche audience and also find other audiences that you wouldn't have ever thought of but that are going to be reaching the same type of people that you ultimately were trying to reach from just targeting one interest or one behavior. The reason why you don't want to do such a large audience, for instance, if you are a fitness business or a fitness brand, or even apparel brand for fitness, anything involving fitness really, and you were wanting to target. Well, of course you want to target people who like fitness and like working out, but if you target just that, it will be so broad that you are dealing with very high competitors from other people that are spending more than you, that already have enough authority in the industry, and etc. with Facebook. If you're a smaller business or you're somebody that's just starting out, you're going to want to really hit in those other areas, but I'll show you just how you can do that right now. So right now, I am on Audience Insights, and you may be like, how the heck did you get to this? If you click on the little three notches, you'll see there's many little options, but over here on the left, you can actually go to Audience Insights. So now we're inside. This is kind of like what the interface looks like. So you got demographics, you got basically the percentage of people on Facebook. Actually, this is it looks like it's for a different audience. But anyway, basically what you want to do is if you know that you're targeting fitness, okay, or you are a fitness brand, we're going to go into interests. And as you can see, there's already so many different options that it can give you, and you can even go in here. You can get a little more specific. You can get a little more specific in anything that you're doing, no matter what business you're actually working in. There's so much stuff you can do here. But within fitness and wellness, let's say you are doing weight training. So specifically, you are teaching a class, or you're trying to target people that are into weight training. That's fine. Let's do that. So as you can see here, the people that like weight training, or the people that have interest in weight training on their Facebook. So we got 63% women, 37% men, and this is showing the demographic of how men, like what the percentages of the men. So it looks like more men follow it between the 25 to 34 ages than any other, and so does females. But they're actually a higher male generation that through the 25 to 34 age group that like it, whereas the 35 to 44 group is tied. And then it looks like then as the age gets older, women tend to like weight training a little bit more. So that could be important whenever you're actually looking to a little age group, and especially if you're looking to find your target market or your ad copy or whatever to speak to a certain people. You can see relationship status, so more people are married, more people are college grads, and then here are job titles. So these are the percentage of people in these job titles. So it looks like sales is the highest, but if you see this plus 26, plus 44, the dark blue is basically what it is for the selected audience, and the light blue is what it is for all Facebook users. So you can see it's still a higher percentage of military leaders, healthcare, medical service, protective services, and education and libraries that are actually following this. But for the most part, it's still sales. So that can be interesting if you wanted to target a specific job. But again, that's very wide. We want to go deeper. So let's go into page likes. And what this is this actually is the pages that are liked the most from the people who are into weight training. Okay, so why is this so important? Because these will not be targeted as widely as just weight training or fitness. And when you are an internet marketer, when you're a business owner, when you're a small business owner, when you're anybody that's using Facebook ads and you're trying to find your target audience, you're not going to find it from 1 to 3 audiences. Even if you find a winning audience, cool. But if you haven't tested enough, and if you haven't tested enough through audiences, you don't even know if that is the best audience for you. There could be another hidden diamond somewhere that you are missing out on a cheaper lead cost and cheaper purchase cost. So this is a good way for you to get a large mass and a large list of new audiences that you can target into your business directly. And this is big. I would highly suggest targeting at least, anywhere from 40 to 70 audiences before you're really, start pushing heavy. Of course, when you have winners, you'll keep those up, but you'll want to keep testing new and new and new audiences until you get to the point to where it's like, okay, I've found, I think, my perfect. And then we can get into lookalike audiences of the people who have opted in. But we'll get to that in a future video. So right now, we're just looking at page likes. So as you can see here, we got Beachbody, we got Pandora, Rogue Fitness. So the top product and service pages that they like are Beachbody and Pandora. Top sporting goods store that's liked by these group of people is Rogue Fitness. Planet Fitness, Tough Mudder, the Spartan Run. So this is cool, the Mint Julep Boutique. So more people that are into weightlifting as women are also buying from this store. That could be something really niche. So Jillian Michaels, these are different clothing brands, shopping and retail. So as you can see, you can write all of these down and then target them, okay? And again, you are going to seek so much more opportunity. And there's even more. But this will start you with around 20 at least. And then this shows you kind of in order what it actually is for the page likes. So this is in the order of, how big of this audience actually likes it. So, more people like Beachbody than H&M. So if you wanted to get a percentage of these top 10, but also see what is actually number 1, this is it, and you can keep going. And all of these are going to be super relevant to who you are targeting. So you can trust that if you're targeting, Tough Mudder, you're going to reach still your target audience that you're trying. You might hit Clean Food Crush, and you're going to get people that are a little different than the people that be on Tough Mudder, but they may all just be within all of these things. Okay? Location isn't as important, but if you're wanting to get really niche on where you are, you could, depending on your niche, you might find that what you're selling is, way higher in one certain area. I know for this, it looks like it's generally pretty spread out, but you can still see just some demographics. So saw a big spike in Los Angeles. And this is another really cool one, and it's activity. And you can actually see, what this audience is best at, or what they do a lot and the little engagements that they had. So it looks like, more of them are page likers in a lifetime. But as far as the last 30 days, more people are actually clicking on ads than sharing posts. I'm cool with that. I would rather have a lot of ad clicks. So this is why I'm saying this is a good audience, but you can start trying different ones and see what their actions. So if you find one that's really high on, post shared, and that's what you're going for, then go for it. But if it's got, a small sample size for ads clicked, and you're trying to get people to your website, to your sales page, to your sales letter, then this may not be, you may want to find an audience that looks more like this. But you should test them all. Because this is all just a little bit of data. It isn't just the one fits all. And then device users. So this tells you, more likely people that are on Facebook in this audience are mobile users. So you can always test mobile only on some of your ads and see if you're getting cheaper costs. Or you could leave it to where you just let Facebook find all recommended. It really is up to you. Depending what I'm doing changes that a little bit. But okay, cool. So this is how you can really, really start diving deep. But now, what I want to show you is how we can actually go from your competitors and actually take, within what is their audience specifically. I'm not sure I'm not sure exactly who my target would be against here, or who like like what a page would be. I would be competing against here. But let's say I am. Sorry about that. Let's say I am Beachbody, and I'm traveling against Onnit Sports. I want to say that's it. Yeah, Onnit. So this is a a fitness program. It's a little more intense. It's a little different. But as you can see here, I might look at this and go, okay, and you can see the different graphics, and you're like, okay, so more of them are men than women as a percentage, but it's kind of like the same drop off that we had at the end here. So we're seeing a trend with the fitness niche. More married, more in college. It's all very similar. This one does have a higher jump in single. Interesting, this one doesn't have as high in sales, but this one still has a very high on the veterans and military. So if you are doing a weight program and you are also a vet, you might even make a whole program that's just dedicated to them. You may make a program where you give a free PDF that's like the veteran whatever, and target them, the veteran workout, only for past veterans, we can whatever. But then you can target them. They get your free PDF, they kind of see some workouts, they're like, okay, and then you can actually pitch your product. Many different ways you can go and look at it, but this is how you can just begin to dive deeper. Same thing if you are a college mom and you are selling a certain business opportunity. With that, you could target college moms and then see deeper what they like, because you're telling your story of how I'm trying to earn a living, hustle and bustle, earn an education while also providing for my child. You're a superhero, but you can target those specifically for people that are going to relate. For somebody, I might not scroll and necessarily stop and buy, but you can find that perfect audience so that I won't get targeted, but they will. So in here, this is Onnit, so you can see, so they are more likely to actually follow Aubrey Marcus, which I probably butchered that, Aubrey Marcus, and he's actually the owner of this, and Gary V over here. So they actually have a high bit of entrepreneur. So you might even, if you are trying to target an entrepreneur type thing, but also deal with fitness, or if you're an entrepreneur trying to sell, business opportunities, targeted at entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs that also like fitness, there you go. So author Tim Ferriss, NASM, Rogue Fitness, so we see a similarity there. So as you can see, same thing. And you can begin to target some of these top athletes that are related to you can just begin to go deep. This is when you really can begin to look at your competitors. And what this may look like is, maybe you're a small business. Maybe you are a small business and you have a competing, pizza shop or, mechanic shop or whatever. If they have a Facebook page, you can generally find them under the different interests, because actually you can find pages just like this is a Facebook page, and you can begin to kind of hack into their audience, and then you can steal your competitors' audience, especially if you see them booming in your industry and they're taking off. You can actually niche it down and take exactly what they have, and it's just major key that you know how to do this as a business owner, because again, so many people post ads, they let it run a little bit, all this sucks, and they take it down. If you don't even have a base of who likes your stuff, you may be targeting the wrong audience, and your stuff is great. Don't give up. As an entrepreneur, we have to keep hustling and bustling and keep going, but also you have to think. And you have to think, what if this was me, and really think logically about this, and this is a great way to find that audience. Another thing that you can do is we're going to go numerous layers deeper. So like I said, you're going to want to test a lot of audiences. So let's say you find, let's say you're on Onnit and you're going to target them, and then let's say you went and you ended up targeting Rogue Fitness. Oh, I don't want to go to their page. Let's go here. So let's say that you targeted Rogue Fitness, and once you targeted them, you were finding. So we got, so let's say you were finding great results, and this was one of the winning ads or audiences that you found out of maybe your first 20 that you tested. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is go even a layer deeper, because this is a winning one. Okay, so who are the people that like Rogue Fitness? And you can begin to just continue layering down. I actually like to go 3 to 4 layers deep sometimes until I find that perfect audience that's giving me a profitable amount of conversions, because I know it's out there. There's so many people on Facebook. You can find your perfect audience. And yeah, so then, a lot of these were not on the last one. Okay, a lot of these were not. Okay, Life is RX. I didn't even know what that was. I hadn't heard of that. And it continues to go deeper. Let's say Life as RX. Let's say that was another layer that was just doing amazing. Okay, cool. So it looks like it's a clothing brand. Okay, cool. So let's go another layer deeper, and then you have all this. So then this is other apparel. This is people that buy it. You know what I mean? Like, you get what we're doing here. You get what's going on here. We are finding and niching down, but we are finding audiences. If you would have started with just fitness and then given up, or try some of the big names, which obviously bodybuilding.com, Beachbody, those are big names. But as I can show you, you can find those smaller names and those other audiences that you would have never thought of, and they are probably sitting there waiting for your ads to show up so that you can provide them value. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. I hope it gave you all the points. So again, to go over what we went through using audience insights, going through the interest in the demographics, and truly looking and studying what similarities these have. So when we're running ads, so we may do a different age group, we may do mobile only, etc., college educated, whatever. It may be, it may help you in different ways that you can write your ad copy. But also what we went through is actually how to find those other pages that you could be targeting, and then how to continue to go 2 to 3 layers below. This is going to be a major win for you and your business, and I'm really excited I got to provide this value for you. Do me one favor. One favor I have of you is to comment below what your biggest takeaway is, whether it was a big aha moment, like I'd never known how to do this, or maybe it was, okay, here's my idea of what I'm going to do next in my business. Because your comment could help someone else down here, and also it's going to do a little chemical process of ingraining it in your brain and getting you ready for action. So yeah, if you want to dive into more audience insights, but do it on the Instagram side and not within Facebook, and actually see the analytics that you have within your smartphone on Instagram, you're going to have to stay tuned to the next video. So go ahead and hit the little notification bell that's by the subscribe button below, and then you will get a notification next week when I post this video. I hope you got value again, and I can't wait to see your takeaway in the comments below. See you next video.